And we have from Mexico, for blue file, Roberto Ibarra. Did I say that right?
Yes, you
Ibarra.
have to roll the R's.
Ibarra.
Perfect.
I hope I didn't butcher that. All right, well, 3 minutes, are you ready?
Yes, thank you.
The time starts now.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. So I'm from Mexico. So we're going to start with a little Mexican soap opera drama.
¿Qué haces? Ay, estoy llenando un formulario para obtener mi crédito tradicional Infonavit. Pues sí, tengo muchas ganas de cumplir mi sueño, de tener mi propio departamento. ¿Y es fácil? Es muy fácil. Mira, como ves, cumplo con todos los puntos que se requieren. Ahora solo tengo que juntar la documentación y listo.
So now all she has to do is put together the documentation, right? Yeah, right. Have you guys seen one of these document checklists before outside of Singapore? They look something like this. And if you have to submit all the documents, this is what your face is going to look like probably. Because as you will begin to send the documents, always the same thing will happen. Some documents will be wrong, missing, outdated, missing stamp signatures, so on and so forth. Create like this back and forth of emails, phone calls, and even visits until all this documentation is gathered correctly. But we're in the fintech age. Who gathers documents, right? Well, take a look at the rates of the top 10 Latin American fintechs that don't ask for documents. 4,000%, 5,000%. I mean, technology just helps them become an automated loan shark. And this is where we come in. We are an online onboarding platform that we sell to financial institutions so they can offer their customers a simple dashboard like this of all the information that they have to submit to get one of these large loans, like a business loan or mortgage, and to see the status of each and every one of these documents. And if the documents are already out there, we collect it automatically in behalf of the customer. And for the first time ever, we offer financial institutions visibility on this process, and through our machine learning algorithms can actually predict if a customer is going to drop off and not complete the process. So in terms of the team, this is me, Roberto Ibarra. My co-founder actually brokered hundreds of these large loans before, and we have a very great balance of tech and business skills. Currently, we operate mainly in the Americas and the Caribbean, speeding up these large loans. Remember these large business loans or mortgages? We speed them up 3 times, but more importantly, we reduce customer abandonment around 2.5 times. Currently, we already have secured our first investment to begin. We secured our first investment in Singapore to begin our Asia expansion. So where are we right now? Currently, we have around 2.5 million documents in our ecosystem across 100+ lenders that we work with. And for the first time ever, through our technology, we are able to share case files across lenders. So in case your loan doesn't get approved, automatically all your information can be submitted to one of our other lenders. And also, as capital has become more scarce, we are also using our technology to help lenders package all of these loans and go out there and get them funded by these market funds. So all of this is possible through our Web3, DeFi, and blockchain technology. Do you remember this character here from the movie? This is the monster that asks other characters for the documentation in the movie. And this is the image customers have of financial institutions. We can change this. So if you support us, you can also support reducing inequalities to give everybody a fair chance in Asia of getting one of these large loans that can actually help them change and prosper. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Roberto, from Expediente Azul.
Yes.
Again, I'm butchering it, isn't it?
It's perfect.
All right, we've got 4 minutes with the judges, and we've got a first question from Kwansu from KK Fun.
Hello, thanks for the pitch. I'm very curious in terms of how you scaled, because other similar products in the market, they have to customize quite heavily, right? For the different banks, for the different type of loan products, etc. So can you share with us how did you scale throughout the Caribbeans and now to Asia as well?
Yes, so actually in Singapore it's quite easy because they have like the Sync Pass, but in other countries they do not. So what we do is we quickly integrate it with the third-party suppliers of all the information. So I'll give you an example. There's like in Mexico, there's a supplier of the tax data. There's the open banking supplier. There's a credit bureau supplier. There's the identity supplier. So our platform is designed to quickly connect to all of these third parties, and that's how we can scale very quickly to other geographies.
We've got another question from Kwansu.
Yes, another question from me. And then, are you envisioning going to other parts of the whole loan process, for example, document verification? Because that's also a huge pain point for financial institutions as well.
Yes, so we actually do some OCR to the documentation, and when we can validate the identity of the document, we use another like third-party suppliers to validate, or if not, just to actually get the information from the original source. So this way, there's no alteration, right? So when we work with like tax authorities, you get the information from there, or the open banking, you get the information from there directly, so it's not altered. So we have some mechanisms as well to prevent fraud. Mexico is a big thing with money laundering from drugs. Here is more like terrorism, but yeah, we are experts on that as well.
We've got 2.5 minutes, and we've got a question now from Eunice from Monks Hill Ventures.
Can you talk a little bit about your ideal customer profile? And are they regional banks? Are they small banks? Are they larger institutions? And are you replacing any legacy systems at all, or what sort of integrations are required?
So the first part of EC is like we don't replace legacy systems, because if you go to a financial institution, they will ask you for your documents by email most of the time, or just like by Dropbox. So they don't really have like an automated system. That was the first solution we have, right? So our ideal customer profile is mainly what you call here licensed lenders, or licensed loan sharks, sometimes I call them, because these are institutions that make money by lending private funds. So they really want to get an accelerated deal flow. Many banks, at least in Latin America, make their money from commissions. So they don't really want to simplify the loan process. They just want to keep lending to the rich, right? So we work with more institutions that really need to have accelerated deal flows in lending, especially these large loans that require a lot of documentation. And so when we integrate our solution, basically, once the information is gathered and analyzed, it goes into the current legacy system. And then it just works all its way to the funnel, to underwriting and all of that. We just work with the onboarding part of the document data gathering process.
We've got about 1:10 left. Any more questions? We've got a question here from Dillis from Enterprise Singapore.
Thank you, and thanks for trying to ease the pain points for the customer. It sounds like you need to work through many institutions, and some of them can be very large and slow-moving. How do you intend to break through some of them, whether it's the credit bureau or the financial institutions?
So in terms of like credit bureau or information gathering systems, it's usually very simple to connect to them. They have like the rules about consent and all that. But more like in the terms of like large institutions, it's very easy to go to any lender, because you will ask him like, how many documents do you require for a large loan? And they're going to be like, many. And then you ask them, does the customer send them all correct at once? And they're like, no. OK, so that's where we come in, right? So it's very simple, because we are a sales tool for the financial institutions to even make more money. But on the other side, we simplify it for the people wanting the loan, to make it easy and give them more access, because at the end, loan officers do have some kind of bias, and they decide which customers to help, and that is wrong. So through our technology, we are able to help more individuals have access to loans, and this is how we help reduce poverty or inequality in the regions where we operate.
Thank you very much. I think that's all the time we have. Thank you, judges. Once again, we have Roberto from Expediente Azul.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.